What's going on, guys? Got another comic book haul video for you. It's a pretty short haul, just a couple of dollar books I picked up from a local store, Great Escape here in Louisville. I've been going to that shop since I was a kid, back in the late 80s, early 90s, so definitely my favorite shop here in town, and they've always got a good selection of dollar books, and that's where I got all these about 2 weeks ago, except for the last three books. I got those from another shop, but I'll bring those up when I get to them. I'll save those for the end. So this first book is X-Men Volume 1, number 252. Nothing special about this one, just another Jim Lee cover. Trying to get all the Jim Lee and Mark Silvestri from this run, so I was happy to find this one for $1. Let's see, next, got another X-Men book here. Got 257. It's another Jim Lee cover. This is, I think this is the first appearance of Psylocke as Lady Mandarin. That's her on the cover. And one interesting thing about this one, it's also the first appearance of Jubilee in her yellow trench coat and those blue glasses that are kind of her trademark. Let's see, right there. That's the first panel with her in the yellow trench coat. And there's some more over there. And then, let's see, where are her glasses? Nope, just her. Well, anyway, just take my word for it. Oh, there we go. Her trademark yellow trench coat, blue sunglasses. Definitely became her, kind of her iconic look. Definitely from the cartoon and the later X-Men run. Basically, I think anything basically after this issue, that's pretty much her uniform. Alright, next we've got a Deadpool Mercs for Money book. This was strictly cover by. I just picked it up because it's got the video game theme on the cover here. It's got the two characters, Deadpool and this other guy, fighting each other, and then the foreground here you've got, I guess that's a Deadpool maybe playing it on the video game. So I thought that was kind of cool. I've seen a couple of these video game covers, I guess, and anytime I see them, that if it's for a character I like or a book I like, I'll generally pick it up. So I was happy to find that. I've never seen this cover before, so grab that. Next, another Deadpool cover. This is a Captain America 701, looks like, variant edition. It's got Deadpool here in the Captain America trappings. He's got the Deadpool shield, and of course he's got unicorns and one of those chimichangas, I guess, down here. Look like burritos, not really chimichangas, but not sure what the difference is. But so we got chimichangas, unicorn, Captain America. You can't go wrong with any of that stuff, especially when it's Deadpool. So I've never seen this one before, so for $1, why not? Next, we got Starlight number 6. This is the last issue in this little run, little mini-series, I guess, from Mark Millar. Again, I'm not sure if this is going to be was a part of his Netflix deal or not. I know Super Crooks just came out as an anime. I haven't watched that yet. I never read those books. I'm not really a fan of anime too much anymore, but I might give it a shot. But I read this first Starlight and really liked it, so I'm going to pick up the whole run there. There's only 6 issues, so it shouldn't be too hard to find, and none of them go for anything really, so they'll all be cheap. Next, we've got a book that I was really happy to find, Batman 497. Of course, this is Bane breaking Batman's back in the Nightfall saga. Classic cover here. I was happy to find this. It's actually a newsstand in the dollar bin. These go for $5-10 now, but I didn't really want to pay that much for it, so I was happy to find it in the dollar bin. I guess the newsstands didn't have the black flap over here on the side. I think that said like the breaking of the bat or something like that. I'm not sure if that was on the newsstands or not. It might have been on this one and they just tore it off or something, but since the barcode's right there, it probably wasn't. I guess the direct edition probably was the only one that had that black flap on the spine there, so I'll keep an eye out for that too. If I can find it cheap, I'll pick it up. This is definitely a classic book from my childhood, so Hadn't seen it in the cheap bin since I got back into collecting a little over a year ago, so I was happy to find it. Alright, next stack here, we'll start with the Spawn book. This is number 11, just an early issue of Spawn. I think I've got 1 through almost 20 now that I've been able to find in the dollar bins, except for 9. I think I bought that on eBay. I bought that and the new Spawn 309, that gunslinger cover that came out last year. I got both of those for $15 for the pair, so I thought that was a pretty good deal. But all the other Spawns, in Spawn number 1, I got that on an eBay auction last year for like $5 or something. But all the other ones I've been able to find in the cheap bins for $1 or less. So that's where I got this one. So I'm going to just continue building out my Spawn run as much as I can for cheap. This next one was a really big surprise to find in the dollar bin. It's Giant Size Chillers number 1. This is the first appearance of Lilith. She's on the cover there as Dracula's daughter. Now, this is in not very good shape. The spine's pretty damaged. Let's move this out of the way here. Spine's pretty damaged. Lots of creases. This corner's all jacked up. Open it up. There's definitely some water damage in there, maybe, or just the staples kind of coming through right there. But I wasn't gonna not buy this for $1. I might be able to get it cleaned up. I might send this to be graded eventually. I don't know. I don't really have any special attachment to this one, so I just might try to clean it up as best I can and grade it and then sell it. Because graded, this might go for, I don't know, $50 or something. Of course, it'll probably take that much just to have it graded, so it might not be a good idea. But we'll see. But like I said, it was only $1, so why not? Next, we've got Maniac of New York. This was a indie series that came out earlier this year. I think they just finished up the 6-issue run on that. This is the 1 in 10 incentive variant. That's why I picked this one up. It's kind of a cool cover. The storyline, from what I understand, is just about a serial killer in New York. I'm not sure if it takes place in present day or takes place in the 80s. Kind of an homage to those, like Jason from Friday the 13th, obviously. Kind of borrowing a lot from that look here, but the cover was cool. The cover A was going for $10 or $15 a couple months ago when it first came out. So the retail incentive will go for at least that much. If it ever picks up steam again, I shouldn't have any trouble moving it. But if not, it was only $1, so why not? Next, we've got Mad Max Fury Road Furiosa number 1. This is I guess it's the adaptation of the Fury Road movie that came out 6 years ago now. It was a really good movie. This is George, not Romero, he's the Dawn of the Dead guy. What is that? What's the Mad Max guy's name? I think it's George something. He's from Australia. I can't remember his name right now. He took forever to come out with the new Mad Max movie, but I think it was pretty good. I never watched the original ones. Those were a little before my time. I tried watching them, 5 or 6 years ago, right before this came out, and it was I couldn't get through the first one. So I'm sure they were good back in the day. I don't know how much they hold up now, but I did like Fury Road, and it was pretty entertaining. And they were talking about Furiosa getting her own movie. So when that happens, this one might be worth something. So happy to find that one for $1. Next, we got 2099 Manifest Destiny. This is from the 90s Marvel run of those 2099 books, of course. What's significant about this one, it has the first appearance of Moon Knight 2099 in here. She apparently is a Moon Knight on the lunar colony. Let me see if I can find a picture over here. Oh yeah, that's the first story. So it's kind of an anthology book, I guess. And then there's Lady Moon Knight on the moon. Haha. So I was really surprised to find this one in $1. This one actually goes for like 50 or $60 on the secondary market. So it was apparently not as heavily printed as those other 20.99 books. So that's why I guess it's worth something. And then it's got that Moon Knight in there. I don't know if they ever gave her own series, Moon Knight 2099. I don't think they did. But with the Moon Knight Disney Plus series coming out, all things Moon Knight are set to go crazy, as they already are. So I may hold on to this, I may not. Just depends on how much I could get for it eventually. But like I said, it's only $1, so why not? Alright, last book from Great Escape here. We've got some good 90s goodness. Punisher meets Archie. This is another die-cut cover. So you open it up here. There's Archie and kind of the Punisher logo in the Archie style. The funny thing about this, let me see who the artist. I think John Buscema did the artwork. Yeah, John Buscema did the Punisher artwork, and then Stan Goldberg did all the Archie artwork. So it's kind of, they're two different stories at the beginning, and then they kind of jump into the same story. So I just thought it was kind of funny that John Buscema does all the Punisher art, and the other guy does the Archie artwork. So it's a pretty nifty little thing. Alright, so those were all the books I got from Great Escape. These next three I picked up from Pops Comics, which is another local store here in Louisville. I picked these three up for $1 each. This first one is Hunger. This is about Galactus coming into the Ultimate Universe. I think this was a 4-issue miniseries. They got really cool covers. I've been seeing these in the last couple months in dollar bins. I like this. I think it's Adi Granov did the covers on all these. He's a really good artist. He doesn't do the interiors, unfortunately, but the interiors are not bad. So, and the story seems pretty cool. So I don't know if this is like a prequel to him joining the Ultimates team as Lifebringer, or if it's something else. But I read the first issue, is pretty cool. Hooked me in, so I'm going to grab the other 3 issues when I can find them. And like I said, they're always in dollar bins, so it should not be hard. Alright, next one we've got Mangazine here. This is volume 1, number 2. This is a kind of an anthology from Antarctic Press from the, what is the date on this? From 86. So Antarctic Press from Ninja High School fame, that's where I know it from. And they did some of the other, what else did they do? I don't know. Ninja High School is what I know it for. So I picked it up and looked in the table of contents to see if there was any stories that I recognized or any characters or anything. There weren't. And there wasn't Ninja High School. There's like Asteroid Joe, I didn't recognize any of that other stuff. But the cool thing was, on the inside cover here, it's got a sketch by Ben Dunn, who is the creator of Ninja High School. And I guess the previous owner of this was named Todd. It says, "Hey Todd," and it says Ben Dunn, 1987. It's got original sketches there on the front cover and on the back cover too. So you see Ben Dunn, 1987, cool little mouse dude here. So I thought that was really cool. I've never seen, wasn't expecting to find that, obviously. So when you see these old anthology from these indie publishers, I like opening them up if they're not sealed in like crappy tape that'll rip the bag off when you when you open it. So if you can get in there and look at the table of contents, see if like there's any characters or franchises that you recognize. That's what I do, because they have early appearances a lot of the time before they got those franchises got their own books, like Ninja High School, because it's Antarctic Press. He had some appearances in early anthology books, I think. So anyway, that was cool. Last book here, we've got Deathlock. This is his mini-series with this sweet Joe Jusko artwork on the cover. Now, this was the relaunch of the Deathlock character in like 88, 89, or 90. I can't remember exactly when this came out. Sometime around then. After he had gone away for a while. I think he premiered like in, was that, Astonishing Tales or something in the 70s with that cool George Perez cover. I don't know what his storyline was back then, why he disappeared, or anything like that. I just know that he rose to prominence when they rebooted him again in the 90s. He's kind of in that same vein as like the like Punisher, Ghost Rider, Wolverine, all those kind of not really anti-heroes, I guess, but just bad attitude dudes with guns. So he's a cyborg. He's cool. Love the cover. These are square-bound books. These 4. I don't know if you can see or not. No, it's not focusing. But there's no staples or anything, so it's just glue holding it together. But it's pretty good shape. And I remember collecting these when they came out. Juiceco did not do the art on all 4 of them, though. I think Sienkiewicz did issue 2, and then I can't remember who did issue 3 and issue 4, but I think Juiceco only did this first issue. But I really like this cover, and like I said, Deathlock was a quintessential 90s character, so I had to pick it up. So anyway, that's my haul this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. I will talk to you later.